I'm almost speechless, not quite. No, seriously, I just, my heart is so warmed from all of this, and I'm not going to get teary-eyed today. But you know what? When I started thinking about this for a few months, and then brought Julia and Anne, don't both of you agree? Where's Anne? There you are. I mean, is this all we wanted? I mean, this was better than what we. Yeah. So amazing. Thank you so much. You're going to make me get teary-eyed. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you so much. More. No, I'm just that's a man thing. No. Oh, I just feel like, I mean, couldn't you just see the bonds of friendship? I mean, scholarly friendship as well as deeper connections in so many ways. So I'm just really, my heart is just really full thinking about this. So a few things that I wanted to conclude with, and we're going to conclude about 10 minutes early, and the food looks like it's ready and everything, but just about 5 minutes of some logistics and a few thanks. But first of all, as I said before, we have a few things, and you can, suggest or coordinate other things. But actually, one I haven't mentioned, and I remembered it after the last, is I don't know if all of you have been able to meet Carol and Valerie. Can you stand up real quick? They came to us from England, and they're actually, thank you. And we actually just saw each other a month or two ago in England. We have met, 5 years ago or so. We're all fellows of the Leadership Trust, which is there. There's 35 fellows, and we've been connected. But I wanted to say that there's a conference in England, actually at Lancaster University, in July, and it's called the Responsible, what's the name of the conference? We're all going to be there. We can't remember the exact name. It's what? The New Romantic. Yes, that's what I was. It's a conference that goes around in England, and it's say that one more time. Developing Leadership Capacity Conference, and these two have put together a pre-conference. So I'm actually speaking as one of the keynotes at the conference on women leadership and calling. And so I was going to be there, and we're going to be doing an hour or two of a pre-conference in July in England to really start bringing some of the Europe voices to this table. Isn't that wonderful? So thanks to these two for bringing that. And we are playing with an idea, too, to actually, we're looking for some, probably need to deal with sponsors and some different things with really bringing this kind of experience to Europe. And they're willing to host. Yeah, some of that. And so just thinking, yes, they are. They brought it to me. They brought the idea to me. So I just wanted that to be out there, that we're thinking of bringing in some other voices in different ways, and I'm just looking forward to working with them. But the other thing, as we announced, is we have a pre-conference session at the ILA conference the day before the regular session starts. And then I'm hoping, and I'll tell you, Asilomar is those of you that were at Asilomar. How many of you were at Asilomar 2013? Look at that, about half of you. And are you all planning on coming back? Those that, yes, it was great. Yeah, it really is a renewing place, a different experience, but very much different than a lot of other conferences as well. So we have that. Another thing is that Julie and I and Anne will be putting together an after colloquium survey to really assess some information after, but we'll also we want to capture all of these goals that you have on a personal level, or what you're interested in, or your networks, what your group is doing, some ideas, some feedback that you have on next steps. So if you have that kind of feedback, send that. If you have certain questions you think we should ask, we'll do this in 2 weeks. Give us some feedback on that, because we'd like to get that together and do that. We're also really looking at, and we'll do some analysis on this, at creating, instead of continuing Moodle, because some people really have struggled with that, really, we will for sure, Julia's already volunteered to set it up, do a Dropbox shared folder. So doesn't that sound good? Actually put the slides and some different things and the photos. So if any of you have taken photos, please send me everything that you have so we can capture those. And documents and other things, we'll have a place to do that. I think that's important to do that. So final thanks. I do want to give a special thanks to Julia for all of her work as the lone theorist in guiding us through. Thank you. I want to give a special thanks for Anne, who's been one of our three musketeers in her work. And that grant money that she was able to help get through her institution and through the grant and manage kind of some of that funding, that's been very, very helpful. Also want to thank all of the, stand up, all of the team leads. Please, yay! Yeah. Marilyn, oh, you too. And then also, again, I won't go through them, also the sponsors. I mean, let's give all the sponsors to make this happen. And one last thanks to my assistant, Candace. Thank you for all. Yeah, she's so. Yeah, you got her face. Yeah. And thanks to all of us for making this a priority. I mean, really. I know that most of us just don't have extra travel funding hanging around to be able to do this. And hence, thanks to the sponsors and all of that, to help this be fairly inexpensive. But thank you for making this a priority. And again, my last thought is, so when we started this, the goal that I envisioned initially, and then we had the organizers, and then Karen was in that conversation from the start, was to move the needle. So just however far we can in terms of advancing theory of women in leadership. And I have to say that I really feel like we did that. I mean, I feel like the plans that you have, the excitement, the motivation, the support, right? The support, the networking has done just that. And so again, my heart is warm. I think that this has done what we hoped. And thank you so much for coming and participating. And we have food. Thank you so much.